Good evening and welcome to Perry Park for a heavyweight A-League women's clash as the second place Brisbane Roar hosts the team just one rung below them on the ladder, Melbourne Victory. There is nothing between them, 18 points apiece on the ladder, only goal difference separating them. And it's great to have your company here on Yuggera and Turrbal Country in Brisbane for some midweek football in the Ninja A-League. And after missing the finals in 3 consecutive seasons for the first time in club history, is 2025 the year that Brisbane fans can start believing again. They were once competition heavyweights. Today, they may decide who currently is in that conversation at the moment in Melbourne Victory. It's Brisbane's biggest test of the season. Can they jump themselves back into that kind of contention, into that kind of company? To be the best, you've got to be able to compete with them. And the next couple of days is going to provide that opportunity for Brisbane. They've got Victory today, and then they start preparing for the ladder leaders, Melbourne City, on Saturday. It does not get much tougher, but for Brisbane, it doesn't get much more exciting than this. What a week of football for a team who is looking to end that biggest finals drought in Ninja A-League history. The team that started this competition with a bang. Premierships in 08 and 09, 12, 13 and 17, 18, a couple of championships as well in 2009 and 2011. It's been Melbourne Victory more recently who have been one of the dominant forces in this competition. 3 championships for them in 2014, 21 and 2022. Here's the team news, and for Brisbane, Alex Smith he has rung the changes after Brisbane's defeat to Canberra on the weekend. Kui Lamu straight into the starting side on return from an ankle injury. So Bulgarian international Popodanova drops to the bench. Fellow international Deborah Ann Delahaye also moves to the pine as Emily Pringle is promoted. Zara Kruger makes her first start of the season in midfield, replacing Alicia Woods. Well, how about a debut season to remember for Lainey Fryer? She's now leading the Golden Boot race. 7 goals in the last 3 matches, including 2 hat-tricks. And the lady she's usurped, Emily Gilnick's got 6. Gilnick, during her 9 seasons at Brisbane, scored 2 hat-tricks. It's quite staggering what she has achieved. For Melbourne Victory, just a 1 change for Jeff Hopkins after they gave up a 2-goal lead in the final minutes against Wanderers. So Gilnick back in the starting side for the first time since December 13. The Redlands junior replaces Sophia Sakalis, who drops to the bench. Queensland NTC product Ella O'Grady has been utilised by Jeff Hopkins in every match this season. She's on the bench. And speaking of Emily Gilnick, back in her home state tonight against her old side. 9 seasons, as I mentioned, at Brisbane. She's actually their 2nd highest goal scorer in Ninja A-League history. 42 goals in 96 matches. And she played for Brisbane against Victory in the 2014 Grand Final when they went down 2-0 at Lakeside in Melbourne. Alex Smith was awarded the Coach of the Month for December this season. He's had a massive impact during his short tenure at Brisbane, taking over last season, the 41-time player in the A-League with Wellington Phoenix. Beck Mackey is our referee in charge of this one. Neesuk Park and Avril Beecham assistants, and Rebecca Ducot the 4th official. Jeff Hopkins, the former Brisbane Roar championship winning coach, 2 A-League Women's Grand Finals. He won with the Roar back in 2009. They beat Canberra 2-0. And in 2011, they beat Sydney FC 2-1. Also got a couple of championships in the back pocket with his current side, Melbourne Victory. That extra time win over Sydney in 2021, the Pyrakuni Cross goal late in that one, and then in 2022 when they won 2-1 against Sydney as well. Tamika Yallop, the captain of this Brisbane Roar side. 5 goals for them this season. So one of the most eagerly anticipated matches of the new year underway here at Perry Park. Second up against third. Can Brisbane Roar or Melbourne Victory jump to outright second on the table tonight? And what a start this is for Brisbane. Well, that was almost reminiscent of what Emily Gilnick did for Melbourne Victory not too long ago. Brisbane almost had a goal within the opening seconds, and it was that Fryer telepathy which was coming to the fore once again. And it was only Ellie Wilson which snuffed out the danger. Well, if this is a sign of things to come, we are in for an absolute treat here, so strap yourselves in. What a combination those two are showing at this level. Laney and Sian Fryer have assisted each other already this season. There was almost another moment there. And what a response that would have been for Alex Smith's side after they went down to Canberra 2-1 on Saturday. Laney Fryer put them ahead going into the last 15 minutes and then conceded 2 late goals. Just went to sleep as Robers and Heyman won the points for Canberra. Yanchevsky probably fortunate not to give away the free kick, and McQueen did run into a cul-de-sac, and here is Fryer to Fryer. The first time they couldn't finish it off, and the second it's a save which has been forced out of Courtney Newbon to deny them. Well, the combination between the two sisters has been magnificent to watch this season, and it's continuing in the opening 2 minutes here. Brisbane cannot believe that they're not in front. This is the second chance. This time Fryer gets the shot away, and Newbon forced to parry it to safety for Melbourne Victory. Here's Laney again, linking with Sian. As Laney inboard, Sian Fryer is going to take on Wilson, and we're going to have a corner here. Brisbane Roar applying the blowtorch here to Melbourne Victory, who have come out quite sleepily to start this one. Or maybe Brisbane have just been white hot to begin. They want to make their domination count here, Brisbane, as the corner into the near post dealt with by Morrison. Yallop around the corner, linking with Fryer. Dropping it back to Kruger. First start of the season for Zara Kruger. First start with Brisbane since 2023, after she made the move from Sydney FC, where she spent last season. Great to see Emily Gilnick back after just dealing with a soft tissue injury. Hasn't started since she did go away to play those matches with the Matildas in December. Last start in this competition back in December. Sakani. Wilson sends it back where it came from. Blissett. And Yallop, really good strength there in midfield from Alana Murphy. Earns it back for victory. Linking with Gilnick. Great footwork from Emily Gilnick. Bump into the back of Fryer. D'Apollonia. And swept away for the moment by Yallop. So Brisbane dominating the opening couple of minutes, and now Melbourne victory straight back. Brisbane, a lot of that coming in the opening 3 minutes or so. Very dominant in possession. Varley turns out to McQueen. Drives this pass up the line. Great to see Grace Kuilamu back in the side tonight after returning from an ankle injury. Missed the defeat to Canberra, the only match she's missed this season. Their youngest ever goal scorer. Little nutmeg from Fryer on an opposite number, Flannery. Hayashi through Fryer. And Yallop. Didn't get great connection on the first cross. We'll get a chance to recycle and go again. That asked more questions of victory, but they're able to deal with it, and now it's Nikki Flannery. Seeing the space in front of Janchevski down the left edge. Gilnick making a good run centrally, and Varley has to nod it away. Rachel Lowe was arriving late. Yet to score this season, Rachel Lowe. Surprising. She has been played in a much more elevated position with Gilnick out of the team. 22 goals in 106 in her A-League women's career, which is pretty good going when you think of her as that attacking midfielder. Yallop scrapping for possession, and Blissett curling up the line. Fryer, Hayashi. Murphy won them that game in the West against Perth Glory back in December with that long-range effort. And they were without Gilnick and Alex Chidiac as well. Most impressive result for victory. Part of this undefeated run they're on, 7 matches at the moment. Fryer. And Yallop beating Wilson quite comfortably in the end, and then just overhit the cross. And Pringle got a good shove in the back. Well, just a bit unnecessary, you'd probably say, from D'Apollonia there, because Pringle was running away from goal. And it's just really a needless free kick that Brisbane now get a chance to set up. Blissett going over, left-footed curler on this. It's going to be dangerous, swinging in towards goal. Pretty still night here in Brisbane. You can see the flag, just a little bit of breeze might be assisting this one. Blissett's delivery is a dangerous one. Varley having a scrounge for it. And eventually away via the boot of Gilnick. Well, good fortune for victory, and then Kui Lamu's header goes wide. So another warning shot from Brisbane. They've got to make the most of these opportunities. Kruger's delivery beautifully placed in between Melbourne Victory defenders. Kui Lamu's grabbed the 1 goal this season back in December in that 6-1 trouncing of Newcastle. Yanchevsky slipping it up the line. Gilnick not in the middle. She had low there, and Varley broke down the attack. Gilnick. He's able to keep it inside the byline, but only for McQueen to clear it away for the Raw. Bunch. Wilson will track it down. So Brisbane coming into this one off the back of their first defeat at home this season. That loss to Canberra. Prior to that, wins over the Mariners, Perth and Sydney. But this is the biggest test for them this season. Think about sides in and around them on the table. They haven't played City. They now play Victory. So how do they match up with some of the competition heavyweights this season? Pretty well if you go by the opening 11.5 minutes, but Rachel Lowe's causing some problems here. Apollonia. It's Lowe. Off the shins of Varley. Now a long-range effort, which is deflected wide off the boot of Flannery. And a corner on the way for victory. Really entertaining start to this match at Perry Park. You wouldn't have expected anything less when you've got the best attacking side and the third best in the competition. Brisbane 28 goals in 9 matches. Victory 19 in 9. So averaging 3 and 2 goals per game, respectively. Chidiac spills out for Murphy. Hanging it up towards the back post, and that's easy pickings for Olivia Sakani. On loan from Racing Louisville in the NWSL, where she was behind Katie Lund this season, one of the premier goalkeepers in that competition. So hasn't played in the NWSL as of yet. But great opportunity for her coming out on loan to Australia, getting match minutes with Brisbane. Kruger under some pressure there from Lowe. Varley. Back with victory. Flannery goes first time. And apologises for the poor quality of the service to Emily Gilnick. Lowe again. Energetic, pinching possession back for victory. Wilson. And Kui Lamu did well there, just to ensure that the momentum for Melbourne Victory was stalled. How about her last month? Amy Fryer, 7 goals in the last 3. And as I mentioned, most goals in a game for a Brisbane Roar player in this competition. Tamika Yallop scored 4 hat-tricks for them. Emily Gilnick scored 2, Katrina Gorry and Larissa Crummer 1 each, and Lainey Fry did it in the space of a week, grabbing 2 hat-tricks. Fry was chasing after it, but Victory able to thwart. Back with Fryer. Hayashi. And Blissett measures the pass, but Sian Fry just giving up on it. Didn't think she was going to track it down. Lamu, great turn of speed to track that down and deliver the cross. Creates a chance out of nothing. Grace Lamu, you can see why Alex Smith wanted her back in this side. Fryer hanging it up, and it's going to drop over the goal. Grace Lamu, what a talent she is. 17 years of age. Played a youth football at Souths United and then in the NPL with Football Queensland National Training Centre. Kruger just squeezed out of it by Murphy. Now Yalla, really physical there. Two physical players coming together, her and Dapolonia. This could get a little challenging here, and Gilnick just didn't get enough on it because Sakani came out and she was neither here nor there, and it provided a massive opportunity for Emily Gilnick to chip the keeper. Here it was, just confusion. Varley didn't get the header on it to make life a little easier for a goalkeeper. And now it's pitched back. Chidiac goes first time. Probably the right decision. It was just the execution which let down the Matilda. You could see Brisbane players Kruger and Varley were converging on Chidiac. Pringle here, the two Americans going toe-to-toe, Dapolonia and Pringle, and it's Dapolonia finds the sideline. And Brisbane again coming at victory, bunge away. Hayashi, and easy enough for Newbon. Alex Smith stalking the touchline. He's a little bit unhappy for the moment, but he's enjoying the start to this one. Brisbane Roar giving up that 1-goal lead on the weekend to lose 2-1 to Canberra. And he made 3 changes for this clash. Just shows you that he wanted to change things up after that first defeat in 3 matches where they were free scoring. Sian Fryer played in down the left. Now Laney, Fryer, Kruger, and Yallop tried to drive that between the lines, did Kruger. That's a great win from Sian Fryer onto Laney, and then attempted to feed in Yallop. Good little passage here from Brisbane. They're just sensing a little bit of a momentum swing after Victory had some chances at the other end. Fryer, and left it short on Kruger. And Now Nikki Flannery with a chance to turn momentum back in Victory's favour. Gilnick. Murphy deciding to drop things back to her captain, Morrison. Bunge up towards Gilnick. It's the kind of danger she possesses. Such a powerful, strong player in the air. Bunge was able to find her. It's going to be a challenging night for the likes of McQueen and Varley. Up against one of the premier attackers in this competition. Yallop feeding in Pringle, but just too close to the sideline. Just the fourth start of the season for the American, Emily Pringle. Signed from the UCLA Bruins. Hayashi couldn't win it initially. It was a nice turn from Murphy, but then the pass turned over. Victory win it back though, D'Apollonia. Slipping it forward to Gilnick and then just gifted back to the Raw, who then returned the favour. Bunge did find Lowe in space, but then it was Kruger to earn it back for the Raw. Yallop. Pringle, how's the cross? Pringle, she goes for goal, and there is the opening goal for Brisbane. Kui Lamu, on return from an ankle injury, has been dynamic, and now she's deadly in front of goal. And Brisbane lead 1-0 in this heavyweight clash at Perry Park. And it all came from this powerful drive into the box from Pringle, and then Kui Lamu, well, she couldn't miss from there. And Brisbane Raw have the lead. What a decision from Alex Smith to restore her to the starting side after missing on the weekend against Canberra United. She has been a pocket of energy for Brisbane going forward. Now they have a 1-0 lead against Melbourne Victory. The challenge now for them is to ensure what happened on Saturday against Canberra doesn't eventuate today against Victory, and they can go on with it. Sian Fryer, shape to shoot. Drops it back for Laney. Hayashi. Kruger. And Sian Fryer's cross. Just spinning down to Newbont. So Kui Lamu's second of the season. Her other goal came in the 6-1 win over Newcastle. Victory get a free kick. A lot of cries coming from the Victory bench. Scooped up. Hayashi. Heading it away in front of Pringle. As I was touching on, 3 changes for Alex Smith from that loss on the weekend. Pringle, one of those, in for Deborah Ann Delaharp, who before tonight had started every game for Brisbane this season. So that's a big call, big decision. The Irish international, Australian youth international, pushed back to the bench. Maybe a little squad management as well, because they have got Melbourne City coming up on Saturday. 3 games in a week as part of the summer of football. Fryer could link up with either Kui Lamu or a sister. Brisbane's youngest ever goal scorer, Kui Lamu, was a 16-year-old last season. She's now got 3 in 11 matches in the A-League Women's. Not a bad start for the 17-year-old to her Ninja A-League career. Blissett pushes this pass, perfectly weighted. Fryer's cross, hung up at the back post, and Newbon had to punch it away. It was another cross-come shot, which has caused chaos at the back for Melbourne Victory. A little bit of spin, a little bit of breeze as well, maybe pushing that towards goal. And now it's a corner for Brisbane. Marley standing right next to Newbon. Kilnick, the bodyguard. Blissett's corner. It was always curling inside that near post. And disappointed not to challenge Victory on that occasion. Morrison, that was a heavy touch, and Yalapa's pounced. The flag has come up against Kui Lamu. That's unfortunate. She's come from an offside position to engage in the play. Well, oh my goodness, if you just joined us from the Newcastle-Adelaide game, well, you have witnessed something quite extraordinary. That looks like an absolutely miraculous game of football. Newcastle somehow pinching a point late on. We've got goals here. Lainey Fry from distance, and it's pushed away by Newbon. Well, everything she is touching is turning to a chance, and most weeks goals for Lainey Fry. That was a very near thing for Melbourne Victory. Have a look at this. The confidence of Lainey Fry, just go for it. It was just moving a little in the air. Newbon wasn't too sure about it and decided the best option was to parry it. So early days of this one, but still important to note. Brisbane Roar, they take the 3 points here. They'd be 1 point behind Melbourne City after the first 10 rounds of this competition. Just 1 point off Melbourne City. Remembering this is a Roar side who have missed the finals in 3 consecutive seasons. That's the biggest drought in the club's history. The last time they were really in the premiership race was back in 17-18 when Mel Andretta was the coach, led them to the premiership. grand final, they were stretched too far for them that season, bundled out in the finals. Here is a free kick for the Raw. You just see Murphy having a couple of nibbles. And a couple of notes for the pad of Jeff Hopkins for his halftime talk. Hayashi's quality has already been witnessed this season from the set piece. About that goal against Western. It's a little far out, but I tell you what, it was knuckling a little. Four goals in the last 7. For the Japanese-born midfielder, she's been a star for Gold Coast United. Have a look at this. Just dipping late on Newbon. Was picked up after really impressing for Gold Coast United in the NPL Queensland Player of the Season in that competition back in 2023. Pringle trying her luck. So shots raining in from everywhere for Brisbane at the moment. We've seen Hayashi from the set piece, Lainey Fryer, and then Pringle. Now it's Sian Fryer taking on Lowe, who's being urged to show her strength here against Sian Fryer, who's still managing to hold off Lowe. Little entertaining one-on-one duel there between two players who have represented Australia. So that's the result from Newcastle, played in almost torrential rain. Newcastle were down 2-0 with 17 minutes to go. They were then down 3-1 with 10 minutes to go, and somehow they've scored 2 goals, one of them in stoppage time, to draw it 3-3. Pringle's cross, and pushed over by Courtney Newbon. She is keeping Brisbane Roar at bay single-handedly at the moment, Courtney Newbon. If it wasn't for her, Brisbane could be 2 or 3 goals up. It has been wave after wave from the home side. In the corner towards that near post. Victory have dealt with it on the first. Yallop may get a second bite at the cherry. The cross is decent. Fryer. Hayashi. Just probably shows you how tight this competition is this season. That 3-3 draw between Newcastle and Adelaide. So Newcastle up to 10 points. Just the one win outside the top 6. Adelaide 16 points in 4th place. So they would have gone level with Victory and Raw on 18 points. They would have still sat in 4th on goal difference with a win there against Newcastle, but that has slipped away from them. Flannery. And a little bit of fortune there for Victory. The ball spills out for Chidiac. Low. Murphy. And Apollonia. That looked to be a fair shove in the back for Pringle. Allowed to go by Beck Mackey, though. Important intervention from McQueen. Really good match of football this. It's one that's ebbed and flowed. Brisbane have had their time on top. Melbourne victory now. Working their way back, trying to fashion an opportunity. Pringle has been good. Down the right for Brisbane, in for Della Harp. Now another strike from range. That one not going to trouble Sakani though. Pringle. Cutting inside away from low. What a run this is from Pringle. Links with Fryer. This is Sean Fryer. Good angle. Newbon with the save. But again, it's Kui Lamu with the finish. She's got a double. The first of her Ninja A-League career. And Brisbane Roar lead 2-0 against Victory. The 17-year-old is starring though on return from injury. And it's the Friars on fire again in the build-up. Laney to Shan, the save from Newbon. She's been excellent in goals today, Courtney Newbon, but it spilled for Kui Lamu. And didn't the 17-year-old love every bit of it? Oh, she is a talent. 3 for the season. She's got 4 in her Ninja A-League career, and this is just match number 11. They just cannot stop Brisbane's ball movement, especially down the left. Laney to Shan. What an impact she is having in her debut season. Laney Fryer. 7 goals already, but massive involvement again. And Melbourne Victory, well, they're a little stunned. 9-match unbeaten run is the club record. Stick with this as Gilnick. Able to find a teammate. So 9-match undefeated run, their most in club history. They're currently on a 7-match undefeated run. So that shows you how well Melbourne Victory are playing at the moment. And despite that disappointing end against Western Sydney, and they conceded 2 late goals, they didn't lose. And they've made not losing matches a habit this season. Just that 1 defeat to Melbourne City way back in November, but right now they are up against it. This is a big test of their mentality as Pringle rushes onto it. Emily Pringle. Excellent performance from her so far. Just couldn't find that last pass though on that occasion. Hayashi. Laney Fryer urged on. And curves that pass just ahead of Yallop. Can they put Victory in the rear-view mirror before half-time, Brisbane Roar? Because everyone was wondering after Saturday, where they scored just once against Canberra, where had the free-scoring Roar gone? Well, I can tell you, they have not gone anywhere. Just maybe in hibernation on Saturday, but they're right back at it today. leading into that Canberra game, it was 16 goals in 3 matches for Brisbane. Gilnick moves away from Blissett. Chidiac just bulldozed by Varley. Just too strong and left Chidiac in her wake. Yallop, and well, there was a clear foul, wasn't there, from Bunge. She's gotten away with one there, Claudia Bunge. Right into the back of Kuilama, basically ran her past the ball. And the New Zealand international, using all those years of experience. This Ninja A-League's pretty easy, she's thinking. Lainey Fryer. Many wondering, where has she been? Well, she's been playing in the NPL with Brisbane City last couple of seasons. Moreton Bay and the Gap prior to that. Played at youth football with Moreton Bay, along with her sister Shan. Gilnick. Can she find a way to haul victory back into this one? You only have to go back as far as that Newcastle-Adelaide match tonight to show that 2 goals is not a winning margin. And there's countless more. You can go back to the most recent matches these two sides played. Victory 4-2 up late on against Western Sydney. Draw 4-4. And Brisbane up 1-0 into the last 15 minutes against Canberra. Lose it 2-1. So it doesn't take long for the tables to turn. Flannery, great pace in behind. Nikki Flannery, just the finishing touch. Credit the pressure, though, from Blissett, who was breathing down her neck. And how about that for a ball from Yallop in front of Pringle? D'Apollonia mopping up for victory. Ball on a string there from Yallop. What a delightful pass. Running away from Hayashi, and that statistic just explains this Brisbane domination. 8 shots. And that's shots on target, total shots. Brisbane have got a few more, so that shows you how good Courtney Newbond's been as well. To repel 8 shots, it could have been a whole lot worse than 2-0 for Melbourne victory. Hayashi, lovely turn. Are they going to look to add to that shot count here? Fryer just sauntering after it. Lainey Fryer teeing it up. Kruger is looking for a first goal in Brisbane colours. You may remember she's only scored the 1 A-League women's goal, but you may recall it came last season for Sydney, and it came with virtually the last kick of the game against Newcastle, a 2-1 win for the Sky Blues at Leichhardt Oval. Stayed in. Blissett returning to Varley. Pringle turning the dial again. One back though by Morrison, who'd stepped a long way up. Is there a sting in the tail here from Victory? This would be massive in stoppage time if they can nab one back. Lowe trying to send Kruger off the scent. Apollonia lofting it in. Chidiac over the head of Gilnick. And Wilson, Chidiac, great industry from Alex Chidiac, was looking for the foul. Morrison, how would that pass into Lowe? Maybe a little too forcefully. Melbourne Victory, there is too much quality in this team for you to write them off. And there is too many examples of fight backs already in season 17 of the Ninja A-League to say that Brisbane are home and hosed. What a second half we have got on the way. Final seconds here of the first. Farley just hoofs it downfield. And that will be half-time. Alex Smith, a standing ovation for his side. He deserves a standing ovation as well for his coaching decision to bring Grace Kui-Lamu back into the starting side after she missed Saturday's match with an ankle injury. She has scored a double. Melbourne Victory with nothing to show in the first half. Half-time at Perry Park. Brisbane Roar currently sits second outright on the Ninja A-League table. Grace Kui-Lamu with her first A-League women's brace. Half-time, Brisbane Roar 2, Melbourne Victory 0. And let's have a look back at the highlights from the first half here in Brisbane. And the Roar utterly dominant, and this was the combination. This was in the opening 10 seconds. Lainey Fryer teeing up Sian Fryer, and maybe that was a sign of things to come. On that occasion, it was Wilson who stopped the attack. This time she couldn't. Newbon with the first of what came to be many saves. Tamika Yallop, the December Player of the Month in this competition, linking up with Pringle. Newbon, great save into the post, but Kui-Lamu was able to finish for her first of the night. And Pringle, speaking of players brought into the starting side, comes in for Della Hart. Inspired coaching decision. Kui-Lamu another. And then Sian Fryer. She was a menace down the left edge. Especially that combination with Lainey Fryer. And Pringle, likewise, playing a massive part in this goal for Kui-Lamu again. That occasion, driving in down the right, finding Lainey Fryer, who linked up with Sian, and the strike was parried straight into the path of the 17-year-old. And the South United junior was able to finish, a big smile on her face, her first career double in the A-League Women's to make it 2-0 for Brisbane Roar at halftime. You can see they're just utterly dominant when it comes to shots on target. Passes pretty even, but the issue for Melbourne Victory in that first half is they just weren't able to turn any kind of possession into meaningful opportunities on goal. So a lot of those shots coming from outside the box. So halftime at Perry Park, Brisbane Roar leading Melbourne Victory by 2-0.
going to go visit his mate. He's packing it in soon. He's got 2 young kids. He's going to bed. So, mate, send me a line. He's like, yeah, right. They send me that. You got to bed soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at half-time, all thanks to Value Dental Centres here at Perry Park this afternoon. We've got 4 contestants for our, it's carnival relay, but they're doing it with a dribbling competition. We've got Lucy on the end there, Harper, second one in. We've got Emily, third one in here, and we've got and Haley, the first one there. Alright, so what they've got to do is they've got to dribble the ball up to the centre. They've got to go around Rosie, then come all the way back and score. The first ones to do it will win a prize. In fact, we need prizes for everyone here today because that's the type of people we are here at the Royal. Alright, can I get a thumbs up for my 4 contestants? We ready to go? Alright, on your marks, get set, go!
Well, Western Sydney Wanderers announced this week that they'd parted ways with coach Robbie Hooker. The Dub Zone panel discussed the appointment of their new coach, Jeff Abrahams.
They've got alignment across the whole club. Jeff Abrahams is going to be coaching this team in the NPL. It's one club, similar to the emerging Jets in Newcastle, similar to what the Mariners have done. So as far as building blocks, this is good. Is it going to result in, some short-term wins? Are we going to be calling him Winnie Abraham because he's able to win some games? I don't know. This performance suggests they're going to be a lot more attacking.
Well, it looks like it, and look, him in the NPL, he did recently coach Sydney Olympic in a very attacking way as well. So not just that, he knows what's going on in the NPL for future recruitment and things like that. So it is a positive change, I think. When it is mentioned that it's personal reasons, you do hope everything's okay with Robbie Hooker, but moving forward, I think it's a positive change.
It feels as though this moment has been, meandering towards maybe a long-term appointment. And with all the things we just spoke about with what Wanderers have got set up off the field and in the state leagues, hopefully now this is a long-term appointment into the future. I know it's only interim in the title, but we'll have to wait and see if it is interim or if it's going to be something for the future.
Well, Wanderers currently sitting in 11th place on the table. Just that one win from 9 matches so far this season. Can they find another victory, though, under the leadership of Jeff Abrahams? Narlene Mustow previews their upcoming match tomorrow night at home.
There's plenty of midweek action in the Ninja A-League coming your way, and we got one on Thursday night at 7 p.m. when Western Sydney Wanderers will welcome Wellington Phoenix. Teresa, the Wanderers coming off a very dramatic 4-4 draw against Melbourne Victory. How much confidence will that actually give them heading up against Wellington?
Yeah, look, 4 goals in a game for the Wanderers. They would have been really happy with that, and their attackers getting on the scoreboard as well. And in the end, they could have won the game. It was very exciting at the end there. But yeah, look, going into this game, they're definitely searching for the 3 points.
It's going to be tough going up against the Knicks, who are high on confidence coming off a win against Perth Glory. What impressed you the most about their performance?
To be honest, the Wellington Phoenix, it's the trajectory of their form since Unite round, where they've just gotten better and better as the season's gone on and really worked their way into this competition.
And now Grace Jale, she performed exceptionally well against her former side, scoring her 2nd goal of the season. Do you now expect her to kind of kick on and start to be perhaps one of the main leaders in the team? Absolutely.
She's scoring goals now, and all their attackers are scoring goals, which is a positive thing for the Phoenix. They just look so confident all over the pitch, whether it's in defence and in attack as well. Everyone's doing their job, and they're certainly playing the way that Paul Temple wants them to.
Let's see if they can make it 2 wins from 2. It's Wellington taking on Wanderers at 7 p.m. on Thursday. Catch her live on Paramount Plus or 10 Play.
Well, it's time now to enjoy a brief recap of all the Ninja A-League action over the Christmas period, courtesy of the team from Dub Zone.
It's that time of year again. You're dusting off the Christmas leftovers, you're enjoying some time on the couch, and now, most importantly, you get to enjoy some Ninja A-League action. Steppy Yoshi! A stunner!
Looks to shoot from distance and a snuck underneath. It's an early Christmas present for Wellington Phoenix and the Yellow Fever.
Lainey Fryer! What a start to her career she is having! 2 weeks in a row. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I honestly have no words. Like, I'm stoked. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was is it the first time ever? I'm not sure. It's an unreal feeling. And to put it in the back of the net, I'm just doing my job.
Erin Healy, her first Ninja A-League goal. She gets the crossing, she can, and there is Carly Johnson.
It's a good Christmas gift for sure. The vibe's high. I'm throwing a Christmas party at my house.
Holly McNamara to get on the scoreboard. She's back. Holly Mack is back.
Leyland comes up with the save. Elation for the Mariners. Beatty Code goes out a winner. Her 75th and final Ninja A-League game. Well, the summer of football, it is only just getting started in the Ninja A-League and the Isuzu Ute A-League. There is still so much more to come.
It's football's hottest summer.
Well, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, that is just pretty to watch.
78 games across 28 days.
That is unbelievable. ball.
It's the A-League's biggest summer of football ever.
Oh my goodness, what a strike.
Action-packed fun for everyone these holidays. Family passes start from only $24. Search A-League's tickets online to get your tickets today.
And it is continuing here at Perry Park in Brisbane, where it is Brisbane Roar on track for a first win at home against Melbourne Victory since 2021. They won 6-0 that day against Melbourne Victory on the Gold Coast. Grace Kuilamu with a first half double. And Melbourne Victory are making Brisbane Roar wait here, as there is a change. And it's Laura Pickett who's making just her 6th appearance of the season, replacing Ellie Wilson, the Box Hill United product, who made her A-League women's debut back in November against Adelaide United in the first game of the season. Big opportunity for the 21-year-old. So here we go. Second 45 minutes about to get started. As the summer of football continues in Brisbane, under the floodlights at Perry Park, can Melbourne Victory produce a stunning fight back? We've already seen one today from the Newcastle Jets. They're going to need better than that from Nikki Flannery if they want to pull back this 2-goal deficit. Looking to extend their undefeated run to 8 matches. Not since November the 9th have they suffered defeat. And not since November, I should say not since January 2021 have they been defeated by Brisbane Roar in Queensland. And would you believe, the goal scorers that day in Brisbane's 6-0 win, Emily Gilnick scored a double, Tamika Yallop one, Sian Fryer also got on the score sheet, Marielle Ecker. And Winona Heatley was the other player, but you can see 5 of those goal scorers, 4 of those goal scorers featuring in this match today, almost 4 years on. Fryer played in down the left, and the cross a little too close to Newbon. It was a constant threat for Melbourne Victory. Brisbane's left, and to be fair, their right edge as well with Pringle. This is McQueen trying to slip it in behind Apollonia to Pringle. Gilnick's chest pinched by Hayashi, and then a lazy toe in. And Emily Gilnick, great sportsmanship, apologising. Just a little too tempting there for Gilnick, just to stick a boot out, break down the attack, give her side a chance to have a breather. So Gilnick second in the Golden Boot race behind Fryer and Fiona Wirtz now, who are on 7, Gilnick with 6. As Hayashi hovers that one over the top of Flannery to Fryer. Lainey Fryer now. Pringle. McQueen. Pringle v Dapolonia. What a battle this is. The speed of Pringle, the strength of Dapolonia. And it's Dapolonia who wins out on that occasion. Hayashi. Got to find Pringle in some space here. Yallop continuing the forward momentum here for Brisbane. Slipping it in front of Sian Fryer. Hayashi. Kuilamu let it run on for Laney Fryer, and then it ends up at the feet, rather fortuitously, you'd say, for Newbon, off a Victory boot. But already you can see Melbourne Victory just seem to be getting back a lot quicker, getting numbers behind the ball to ensure Brisbane don't have that space, especially out wide in the attacking third that they did in the first half, where Sian Fryer and Emily Pringle were able to exploit and allow Grace Kuilamu to score a double. And credit to Brisbane Raw socials admin with the brace Kuilamu they're putting out on social media after her first career double in the Ninja A-League. Love a bit of a play on words. She has been excellent. Gilnick couldn't get past Varley, who's been so strong up against Gilnick. This was a big test for her today. Leah Varley. She's been with Melbourne City and Adelaide the last couple of seasons. Now makes the move to Brisbane. Big test versus Gilnick, and she stood tall today. A little unlucky there to have the ball ricochet out off her. Kuilamu. How has she managed that? That's quite miraculous from Grace Kuilamu. Well, they could have played advantage there. Beck Mackey has called it back for the free kick, and you could see Laney Fry was asking that, saying, why couldn't we play advantage? Blissett driving it forward, and Kuilamu just given enough of a nudge there to ensure that she was delayed in chasing after the ball, and in the end she very nearly caught up with it and won a sided corner. Low around the outside of Kruger and Flannery. Just look at the space in front of Hayashi. Pringle and Yallop drops it back for the American. The Matilda, couple of step overs down to the byline, well shut down by D'Apollonia. 5 in her last 5, Tamika Yallop. Goals, that is. Didn't score on the weekend against Canberra. Just racked them up. That's why she was the December Player of the Month in the Ninja A-League. 2-time grand final winner with Brisbane under Jeff Hopkins. Now the Victory coach back in 09 and 2011. Corner is too deep. Neat footwork from Fryer. McQueen. Pringle. Yallop making the run down the line. Apollonia Sliding it over the sideline. Yallop bearing down on goal and curling it. It just wouldn't drop for her under the crossbar. But you cannot allow Tamika Yallop that kind of space on the edge of the box. Little concern for Melbourne Victory defensively. There has been so much space around the midfield for Brisbane to exploit tonight. So what a period this is for Brisbane. Melbourne Victory tonight, Melbourne City on Saturday. Then the week after, January 19, they're at home against Adelaide, who are currently 4th on the table. Then Perth Glory and Wellington. Revitalise Wellington Phoenix. So it's a period of the season where Brisbane can put themselves in pole position in the race for the premiership. This is not just finals, this is premiership race for Brisbane. Same for Melbourne Victory as well. They win this one, they go within a point of Melbourne City, who they play in the derby on the 1st of Feb. So a huge match in the context of both of these two sides' seasons. Pringle has not stopped all night, Emily Pringle. Versus Dapolonia, takes her on, beats her for pace, but then Dapolonia had to make that challenge and had to get it perfect, or it would have been a penalty for Brisbane, and she nailed it. The product of the Uni of Delaware, then came out actually to play for Peninsula Power in Queensland. Getting her opportunity at Melbourne Victory in 2023. Corner is hung up there for the header of Morrison. Hayashi, speaking of players picked up after coming from overseas into the NPL, Hayashi another example of those. And another picked up from the NPL Queensland, Pringle. Yallop, Kui Lamu, Laney Fryer, now Shan, and corner on the way for Brisbane. Well, Kui Lamu, she'll be sensing she's a great chance here for a hat-trick. She can join some very impressive names on that list. Yallop, Gilnick, Gorry, Crummer, and Laney Fryer, who's added herself twice this year. You can see the raw bench, Marielle Ecker, Deborah Andella Hart watching on. No doubt they'll want to get involved in this second half. Yallop's corner was angling in there towards Kui Lamu. Then Hayashi had a swing at it. Wilson's pass. One back by Dapolonia. And it looks as though we're going to have a change.
Substitution for Melbourne Victory number 66, Alana to placed on the 7, Ella O'Grady, and a second substitution.
So Yanchevsky is about to be replaced by Ella O'Grady. And this is an intriguing one. Ella O'Grady grew up in Victoria, but actually played a lot of her youth football in Brisbane with Wynnum and Eastern Suburbs, then with the Football Queensland NTC. And she went away with Leah Blaney's young Matildas to the World Cup in Colombia last year. Leah Blaney, who's going to be the Japanese assistant coach now. So congratulations to her on that appointment. see if O'Grady can make a big impact. She's scored already this season against Western United, the 19-year-old. And Sophia Sakalis, the other player coming on for Chidiac. You sense Jeff Hopkins just feel maybe running out of legs. It is a short turnaround for victory coming off the Sunday night match against Western Sydney, and you just sense mentally that would have been a tough one to get over as much as it would have been physically, because it was a really hot day in Melbourne on Sunday. It was scorchingly hot, and just that one day less recovery, the travel as well. Brisbane played on Saturday in Brisbane, and they were here at home as well. So it's a tough little spell this for victory. Yallop on the outside of Pickett. Tried to do a level best to stop the momentum of Yallop, and did so initially. But now Brisbane able to swing it out in front of Pringle. Getting it onto the left, blocked off by Dapolonia. She's won that battle, you would say, in the second half, Dapolonia. Not so in the first. Pringle getting involved in both of the goals. Now it's the left they exploit. And Sian Fryer, in the key moment, it's not going to matter anyway because she was offside. Maybe she knew that. She looks a little frustrated with the end product. Punch put under serious pressure there by Kui Lamu. And you have to credit the Brisbane press. Look at tired side at the moment, victory. But it'll only take one moment to spark them. What a goal can do. That shot of adrenaline can lift them, but they've got to get it before Brisbane find a third. Pringle tried to slip it through initially. Onto the right, Pringle, the deflection is going to ensure the Brisbane pressure remains via a corner. This could have gone anywhere. Fortuitously for Newbon, it wasn't on target. The deflection at least. Domination when it comes to corners as well in this game, Brisbane. Not the only stat they've dominated tonight. Yallop, Hayashi was making the run. Varley got up as well. He's already scored from a corner once this season, Leah Varley. Brisbane fans asking whether it should have been a penalty for the challenge on Hayashi. Here it was, Varley got up, didn't get the header on target, and this is what Brisbane fans are unhappy about. Gee whiz, that is clumsy from Alana Murphy. Varley next to Gilnick and Morrison. Cover off her threat in the air. Flick on is a good one. Oh, was there a handball? That looked to be a clear handball, and they're getting away with it here because Beck Mackey is saying the hand was in a natural position, I believe. They were down by her side. Let's have another look. Well, you've seen them given, haven't you? You've seen them given, you've seen them allowed to go. And Beck Mackey has said no, Bunge's hands were by her side. Fair enough. The pressure is intensifying though on victory. Yallop is swinging it. And Bunge is nodding it out for another corner. They are desperate for this third goal, Brisbane. They can feel the 3 points on the way if they can put a third in the back of the net. 10 corners now. It's a good delivery. Away for victory. Another arm was flailing. And here is a chance for O'Grady to stretch her legs. She's got Sakalis in front of her. And McQueen with a critical intervention for Brisbane. Just as Melbourne victory threatened to break and pull one back. I mentioned before, that's all it'll take for victory. They have got quality. Emily Gilnick still out there, chasing back. Yallop swinging it across, and Morrison trying desperately to avoid conceding another corner. She cannot do so. Number 11 from the corner for Brisbane. Towards the near post. Yallop had a swing at it. Make it a dozen. So Yallop at the near post, Sian Fryer in the middle. Emily Pringle at the back post for Brisbane. The corner is deep. Melbourne victory do enough to get it away. Throw for Kruger. Laney Fryer wants to continue her goal-scoring streak. Does Laney? She's got goals in her last 3. 7 in 3. Can she make it another one here? Here's assist to Sian. Morrison. Oh, and that. Oh, there was a look to have accidentally hit an arm there again. Sakalis. Morrison, and well, it was just behind Apollonia, but no, she should have done better in that moment. Here it was, off Fryer, then into Pickett. Just pinball there for a moment. Hayashi. Just not on the same wavelength there. And Lowe frustrated by the pressure from Brisbane. Apollonia. Finally some ball in Brisbane's half for Melbourne victory. But Gilnick is a lone ranger there. There were raw players swarming her. And Varley driving it forward between the lines. Yallop after it. And Newbon swiftly out to clear it away. Ellis. It was a good run with the ball, but the pass left a little short. And Kualamu on a hat-trick. Just couldn't bring it under her control there. Yellow. Searching for Fryer. Newbon. Linking with Lowe. And picked off again. The pass just didn't have the required force from Lowe. And Fryer on the outside, driving it low. Kualamu on the first attempt. Couldn't make it count. Now it's Blissett driving. Fryer was making a good run. Would have connected with it if it wasn't for a Victory player. They're looking for the killer blow here, Brisbane. That was the initial chance. It was Morrison who was able to get the back heel in. So January 2021, the last time that Brisbane were able to beat Melbourne Victory in Queensland. It was on the Gold Coast, a 6-0 win. It was actually Victory's biggest loss in this competition. And Varley, gee, she's had a game. Leah Varley stopping Nikki Flannery in her tracks. She has been so strong. Three clean sheets for Brisbane so far this season, but none since November. That 4-0 win over Western Sydney. They kept 3 clean sheets in a row. Can they keep one of the best attacking sides in the competition at bay here? Melbourne Victory, the corner. Bunge is able to keep it in. Gilnick got up and just mistimed her leap. If she got that right, Gilnick would have scored for sure. It was an open goal. It was gaping. Sakani was nowhere. And what a chance that is for Melbourne Victory. And Alex Smith has decided changes are required for his side. And Evie Popodanova, the Bulgarian international, first Bulgarian to play in the WSL in England. She played with Bristol back a decade ago. She's about to come on, so too Alicia Woods, the Caloundra City product. So Kualamu replaced after scoring her first brace in the Ninja A-League. What a performance from the 17-year-old, a smile for the crowd. So Popodanova, a straight switch. The 6-time Bulgarian Women's Player of the Year. And she scored once in the Ninja A-League back in the opening match of the season for Brisbane. 3-2 defeat to Canberra. So Woods comes on. So Woods and Popodanova, they're both on for Brisbane. Alicia Woods' first appearance off the bench this season. She started all 9 to begin the campaign. Made her debut back in February in the A-League Women's. After progressing through the NPL, Sunshine Coast and Peninsula Power she's played with in the NPL Women's in Queensland. So just adding some more endurance for these final 16 and a bit minutes of regulation, as Flannery's strike is never going to trouble Sakani. And important to rotate because Brisbane have Melbourne City in Melbourne on Saturday, so they have the trip to Melbourne. Victory, well, they're heading to Newcastle on Saturday to face the Jets. Fryer. Hands going up. It's going to be a throw for Brisbane. The home side get the call. Fryer will turn Pickett the other way and then just took off, did Sian Fryer. And the cross straight to Newbon, who's looking to release Dapolonia. He's got an opportunity here with some space ahead of her. But Zara Kruger, how about the industry from her? First start of the season for Zara Kruger, has not missed a trick. Now playing alongside fellow youngster in Alicia Woods. Kruger 18, Woods 20. Hayashi getting a break, the Japanese midfielder, the 29-year-old, so very youthful side out there for Brisbane now. McQueen. And Popperton over. Spills for Yallop. Laney Fryer. Now Sian Fryer. How has that not nestled in the net? If not, well, you don't have to be a lip reader to work out what Sian Fryer said there. She cannot believe either she didn't score or Yallop didn't score. It was almost the perfect delivery, just inside the back post. A chance for a runner, and now it's victory at the other end. Emily Gilmick, tight angle. And Sakani, the first real save she's had to make in this game. It was rifled at her at the near post. And that is a big play in the context of this match, because Brisbane really should have been 3-0 up. And if it was just a one-goal deficit, this game would have swung quite dramatically. They cannot go to sleep for a moment. This is drama time in the dub, the last 15 minutes. The goals have been raining in wherever you've looked. Pringle taking on Dapolonia, who rather nonchalantly finds the sideline. Are we getting some more late drama in this one? Flannery, Varley stands tall. You could see on the weekend how disappointed she was in that moment where Heyman was able to outsmart her in that moment, late on to win it for Canberra 2-1. Well, she has not missed a moment tonight. Leah Varley gets one of the best attackers in this competition's history, and Emily Gilnick. 60 goals in 128 matches. Only Heyman, Yallop and Kerr have more than her in the Ninja A-League. There's some pretty phenomenal names there. Papadanova. Fryer has the run of her sister up the line, uses her now. Owns the free kick to Laney Fryer. Murphy. Through comes Gilnick. Around the outside goes Sakalis. Sophia Sakalis. Rachel Lowe back towards the middle. O'Grady with time. She had so much time. Ella O'Grady, fresh off the bench. And she'll be so frustrated she hasn't at least worked the keeper. So Deborah Ann Della Harp getting a late cameo here for Emily Pringle. What a performance she has put on tonight. The home fans so impressed by her work down the right. And what about the depth he's got in that position? Alex Smith. He's got the Irish international, Deborah Ann Della Harp. And he's got Emily Pringle, who's come out of the American system with the UCLA Bruins and previously with the Uni of Pennsylvania. There is talent everywhere you look in this Brisbane side, down the right, down the left now with that Fryer combination. It's really exciting for Brisbane. And we cannot wait until Saturday's clash with Melbourne City. What a matchup that is going to be. Brisbane win this one. And all of a sudden, there is going to be just 1 point separating them at the top of the table. Melbourne City undefeated this season through 10 matches. Brisbane would head into that one 7-3. It's amazing you pick up wins, even though they have had a few losses, Brisbane, but it's a big advantage for you. Just a 1 point difference. Melbourne City 6 wins, 4 draws. Can hurt you on the ladder, the draws. Has done really well in a tight situation there. Free kick victory. It's these kind of moments. A free kick which may seem innocuous at the time, turning into something more problematic for the team that conceded it. Alicia Wood's the guilty party. Carney hasn't been called on a whole lot tonight. Did make that good save from a tight angle from Gilnick. Floated comfortable, very comfortable. So Della Harp has got 10 minutes. That pass doesn't find its intended target. Nova caught offside.
Tonight's official attendance, 2,965.
Well, how about that crowd? 2,965 on a Wednesday night in Brisbane to go with the almost 3,500 that turned out on Saturday against Canberra. They love this side. The Brisbane Roar fans, they're having a tough time of it in the Isuzu Ute A-League, not so in the Liberty A-League this season. I should say the Ninja A-League. That's one for tonight. Get docked pay. Brisbane fans absolutely enjoying the spectacle. So Marielle Ecker. Who missed with concussion. Just the one match. Did play on the weekend against Canberra. And she's coming on for Lainey Fryer, who her scoring streak is over 7 goals in 3 consecutive matches she scored in. And Marielle Ecker scored in Brisbane's most recent win against Victory in Queensland back in January 2021. So he's about to be another one here for the first time in 4 years. Ecker, Fryer. Woods just trying to dink it up the sideline. And Victory finds something. It will set this match alight if they can find one goal. At the moment, it's just meandering towards a conclusion. Brisbane just trying to hold them at bay, knowing that this 2-goal lead, things can change very, very rapidly. But they're happy with how things are moving at the moment. Moving towards a 7th victory of the season. Cut out by O'Grady. Kruger. Lovely play in behind. She took a hit for a team as well. Tamika Yallop, as she tried to play that ball in behind for Della Harp, and Beck Mackey comes back for the free kick. Here it was. Where was she collected? A bit of a knee maybe in the calf. Certainly stung Tamika Yallop. She's happy to take a bit more time off the clock though. She won't mind this. And to be fair to Melbourne Victory, we saw tonight they came out really sluggish in the first few minutes. Brisbane could have been 1-0 up in the first 2 or 3 minutes, and while they have had opportunities, they just haven't been at their best tonight. You've got to credit Brisbane, who have been excellent, but Victory, you just wonder the impact of Sunday's match in the heat. So 24 hours less recovery time than Brisbane, and then the travel from Melbourne to Brisbane off the back of that. Why the free kick is going the way of Brisbane, and you can see how many numbers they've got forward. They've got 2. 2 against 4. And very nearly found its target in Popadanova. That would have been miraculous if the 2 players of Brisbane had have won out. Flannery delivering towards Gilnick. Who else but Varley to win it in the air. Yallop. Heavy touch from Popadanova. Still able to win it though for Brisbane. Fryer. Taking on Bunge. The 2 internationals toe-to-toe. Fryer. Ecker. And it spills back for Popadanova. Good sight on goal. Newbon though guarding her post and was able to get herself in position to make the save. Very comfortable, and Victory at the other end here. Brisbane push forward. Flannery, Gilnick. Frustration for Melbourne Victory. What a great chance that was again for Emily Gilnick against her old side. And now it's McQueen who hits the turf. There is a little bit of concern here for Holly McQueen. And I just wonder whether this is just to take a bit of time off the watch or whether there's something more sinister.
There'll be a minimum of 5 minutes of time added on.
So you can hear 5 minutes of additional time. She's certainly hurting. Emily Gilnick just asking whether she can have a swig of the bottle from Brisbane Raw physio. Having a bit of both. Don't mind that. Why not? She played 9 seasons at Brisbane Raw. She can have a swig of their electrolyte. Just asking the Brisbane players if they wanted some as well. They said, no, all good. You may have heard on Football Tonight on the weekend, Emily Gilnick said she might want to take up a bit of boxing post her football career. Taking on Taylor Harris from the AFLW. That'd be pretty interesting. Plenty of people talking. So McQueen getting some treatment. Sakani is launching this down towards Laura Pickett. Probably will be about 5 minutes from the 91st minute with that stoppage, taking out the first minute of stoppage time. So the 2 first half goals from Kui Lamu, the difference at the moment. We haven't had any goals in the second half. We haven't had any late drama in this game. Am I tempting fate here? Is there something to come here? Or have we used up all the late drama in Newcastle a little earlier tonight? Gilnick flicks it on. Yallop. Almost into the head of Delahape, who had to duck on the way through. Morrison. And Woods. Both sides just gifting each other possession. Ecker conceding the free kick. Not a whole lot of urgency there from Melbourne Victory to take it quickly. They're just going to look for the lump into the box here. And hope for a bit of chaos in the box. Murphy up towards Gilnick. Chance here. O'Grady was getting herself about in the box. D'Apollonia. Murphy and Kruger. Important there from Zara Kruger. Breaking it down for Victory. Allowing some more seconds to tick off the clock. Low. Out-muscled initially by Kruger. Fryer. So as I mentioned, a result which Brisbane, for them, moves them outright second. Free kick on the way, Alicia Woods. And there's a yellow card out as well. It'll matter little in the end. Sakalis receiving her first of the season. And Brisbane Roar maybe with one final chance here. Della Hutt driving towards goal. The wall did its job. Eka. Brisbane, though, not wanting to give victory a sniff. Plenty of numbers back for them. Another free kick here for the Roar. They are almost there, the home team. Flannery coming inside towards Gilnick. It would be quite harsh on Brisbane to concede here. Been most impressive at the back. And it is a statement win for Brisbane. They go outright second on the Ninja A-League ladder with their first victory at home against Melbourne victory since January 2021. What a result for Alex Smith's side, who end Melbourne victories' undefeated run at 7 matches, their first defeat victory since November. And it came via a brace from Grace Kuilamu, the 17-year-old who has been most impressive over the last couple of seasons. 4 goals in her A-League women's career in 11 matches. And that came after she missed Saturday's defeat to Canberra with an ankle injury. Returned to the starting side and returns Brisbane to the winners list. Full time at Perry Park. Brisbane Roar 2, Melbourne victory 0.